Last inductions of the evening before we take this party to another level. The 1990s started to see the increase of female skateboarders all over the world. This is in due part to the internet, the X Games, and more opportunities for female skateboarders than ever. Without a doubt, Elisaa Streamer has dominated women's skateboarding in the street, turning pro for Toy Machine in 1995, which led to sponsorship with a division of Baker Skateboards called Bootleg, and then, in an unprecedented move, was asked by Jamie Thomas to ride for Zero. Back then, and even now, that was totally unheard of. That a female could break down the door of an ultra-hyper, men's-only street club. 4 times X Game gold medalist in the women's street division. She also holds multiple first-place titles at Slam City Jam, Gravity Games, World Cup, Vans Triple Crown, and the Malaysian X Games. She is also the first female to star in a Tony Hawk video game. She is hands down the most successful professional female skateboarder ever. Ever. To induct Elisaa Streamer into the 2015 Skateboarding Hall of Fame, please help me welcome to the stage one of Elisaa's good friends and former marketing manager at Thrasher magazine, and professional photographer, Miss Lindsay Burns. Hi, Lindsay.
Hello, hi, thank you. Woo, a lot of good-looking people out there. Wow, what an honor. And I was really nervous, and am very nervous. So I started frantically texting people this morning as I lost everything that I was going to say. And I texted Mike Burnett this morning, who told me to imagine all of you naked, starting with Dave Duncan. That's happening right now. Thank you. He said a lot of really nice things about Elisaa. So many that I'm going to paraphrase here, but he said she's tough and she could hang. That was the best line. Brian Anderson wanted to say that he couldn't be here, but he wants to thank Elisaa for being the best gypsy he could have traveled the world with. His sister, his friend, ultimate wonderful confidant who he trusts with his life. She's a beautifully wonderful human being, and he loves her with all he's got. His phone's almost dead. I'll be home in 30. That's what he said. Then I texted Jamie Thomas, to which the reply was, "Non c'est pas Jamie," which I think in French means, "This is not Jamie." And then I texted Lance Mountain, who was inducted last year, and wrote some really wonderful things about her. And to paraphrase, she was so powerful and fearless, along with technical skills girls hadn't reached before. I think she became the source and example to girls that they could do this professionally again, an absolute ruler, which is kind of what everybody always says, an absolute ruler about Elisaa. And then I got a text just now from Ed Templeton. And this is what he said. It's a long one, and I'm going to read the whole thing. "Elisaa is hands down the best and most trailblazing female skateboarders we've ever seen. An entire generation has grown up watching her skate, and although I can't speak for the girl skaters out there, I can only imagine what Elisaa's meant to them. I saw their faces during Toy Machine tours light up in awe when Elisaa stumbled out of the van, and witnessed them freaking out as Elisaa ripped the demos with the team. The example she's set has yet to be surpassed, and I hope that this next generation takes that as a challenge. I'm actively daring the girls out there to take the next step. Skateboarding needs a stronger female presence. Elisaa has handled the incredible bullshit in the skateboarding world, especially surrounding her going pro, with utmost grace and authenticity, and stayed true to herself and her friends throughout. She took all the abuse skateboarding offers. She partied as hard and never asked for special treatment. Elisaa Streamer is a straight-up badass. My life and the skateboard community as a whole has been thoroughly enriched by having her in it. Ed Templeton." And then he fixed a spelling error. Thank you. I think that about covers it, except I just want to say a couple direct things to Elisaa before she comes up, and that without crying. I've known you for over 20 years, and you are the only person I've ever met who means what they say and says what they mean. There's never any hidden anything with you. You are an example and my idol. I love you so much. That's all that I can say right now. Thank you.
Give this to her.
Where's your home? Voice in your doubt. You born me in the lavatory. And where's your home? I'm talking out loud.
Yes, is it?
Well, I'll try to not sit up here and cry for 3 minutes. That was pretty heartwarming. Fuck. Ed Templeton, thanks. Gee, man. Skateboarding is pretty much the only thing I really ever belonged to. I started doing it when I was super young. I wanted to be a pitcher like Oral Hershiser, but that wasn't gonna work out. So I started skateboarding, and man, it's just been like a family affair. You know, you used to see somebody with skate shoes on, and if they were scuffed up, well, I mean, back then, if you saw them with skate shoes on, you knew they skated and they were your friend instantly, you know? Man, it's just been like that my whole life. Just like meeting people and trying to shred my face off daily, and God, that's it, really. I thank all the people, Mark Waters, God, come on. So many people to thank, Don Brown, man, everybody in here, really. I can't even do it. Yeah, that's all. I mean, skateboarding's awesome. I don't know. I could sit up here and talk about it forever.
Sexy!
Not at all. I don't know. I really like everybody. I don't know. I mean, you know, if people say like, oh, you know, those were good times in my life or whatever, like this is my life kind of, and not kind of at all. But I don't know, man. Thanks. I'm just gonna end with that.
Give it up for Elisaa Streamer. Congratulations. All right.